Pasadena is a city in Los Angeles County, California, United States. As of 2010 United States Census, the population of Pasadena was 137,122, making it the 180th largest city in the United States, down from 168th place in 2009. Pasadena is the 9th largest city in Los Angeles County. Pasadena was incorporated on June 19, 1886, becoming the fourth city to be incorporated in Los Angeles County, after Los Angeles, Anaheim and Santa Ana. The latter two moved to Orange County after its separation from Los Angeles County in 1889. It is one of the primary cultural centers of the San Gabriel Valley. The city is known for hosting the annual Rose Bowl football game and Tournament of Roses parade. In addition, Pasadena is also home to many scientific and cultural institutions, including the California Institute of Technology, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Fuller Theological Seminary, Art Center College of Design, the Pasadena Playhouse, the Norton Simon Museum of Art and the Pacific Asia Museum. History. Demography. 2010. The 2010 United States Census reported that Pasadena had a population of 137,122. The population density was 5,928.8 people per square mile. The racial makeup of Pasadena was 76,550 white, 14,650 African American, 827 Native American, 19,595 Asian, 134 Pacific Islander, 18,675 from other races, and 6,691 from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race numbered 46,174 persons. Non-Hispanic whites were 38.8% of the population, down from 70.4% in 1970. The census reported that 133,629 people lived in households, 2,472 lived in non-institutionalized group quarters, and 1,021 were institutionalized. There were 55,270 households, out of which 14,459 had children under the age of 18 living in them, 22,285 were married couples living together, 6,131 had a female householder with no husband present, 2,460 had a male householder with no wife present. There were 3,016 unmarried partnerships. 18,838 households were made up of individuals and 5,748 had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.42. There were 30,876 families. The average family size was 3.18. The age distribution of the population was as follows: 26,507 people were under the age of 18, 12,609 people aged 18 to 24, 45,371 people aged 25 to 44, 34,073 people aged 45 to 64, and 18,562 people who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 37.2 years. For every 100 females there were 95.1 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 93.5 males. There were 59,551 housing units at an average density of 2,574.8 per square mile, of which 24,863 were owner-occupied, and 30,407 were occupied by renters. The homeowner vacancy rate was 2.3%. The rental vacancy rate was 6.6%. 64,306 people lived in owner-occupied housing units and 69,323 people lived in rental housing units. According to the 2010 United States Census, Pasadena had a median household income of $68,310, with 12.9% of the population living below the federal poverty line. Geography. Pasadena is located at 34°9 euro squared 22 euro cubed n 118 7 euro squared 55 euro cubed W. The elevation at City Hall is 864 feet above sea level. The greater Pasadena area is bounded by the Raymond Fault Line, the San Rafael Hills, and the San Gabriel Mountains. The Arroyo Seco, a major geographic feature and home of the Rose Bowl, flows from headwaters in Pasadena's towering Angeles National Forest greenbelt in the San Gabriel Mountains. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 23.1 square miles, over 99% of it land. 0.68% is water. 10 miles northeast of downtown Los Angeles, Pasadena is bordered by 11 communities: Highland Park, Eagle Rock, South Pasadena, San Marino, Temple City, San Gabriel, Arcadia, Sierra Madre, La Cour Place or Ada Flint Ridge, and Altadena. The communities of Eagle Rock, Highland Park and Garvanza are incorporated within the city of Los Angeles, and Altadena is an unincorporated part of Los Angeles County. Tournament of Roses Parade. Pasadena is home to the Tournament of Roses Parade, held each year on January 1. The first parade was held in 1890 and was originally sponsored by the Valley Hunt Club, a Pasadena social club. The motivation for having the parade was, as member Professor Charles F. Holder said, "In New York, people are buried in snow. Here our flowers are blooming and our oranges are about to bear. Let's hold a festival to tell the world about our paradise." By 1895, the festivities had outgrown the Valley Hunt Club, and the Tournament of Roses Association was formed to take charge of the parade. The Rose Parade, as it is familiarly known, traditionally features elaborate floats, bands and equestrian units. According to the organizers, every inch of every float must be covered with flowers, or other natural materials, such as leaves, seeds, or bark. On average, a float requires about 100,000 flowers and greenery. Volunteer workers swarm over the floats in the days after Christmas, their hands and clothes covered with glue and petals. The most perishable flowers are placed in small vials of water, which are placed onto the float individually. Over the almost 3 hours of the parade, floats and participants travel over 5 miles and pass by over 1 million viewers who traditionally camp out over New Year's Eve to have the best view along the parade route. The Rose Parade is satirized by the popular Doo-Dah Parade, an annual event that originated in Old Pasadena in 1978, and soon gained national notoriety. Reader's Digest named the Doo-Dah Parade a OE America unregistered trademark Best Paradia Euro, and was a recent feature in 50 Places You Must Visit Before You Die. It was formerly held around Thanksgiving, a month before the Rose Parade, but the parade is now held in May. In 2011, after 33 years in Pasadena, the parade moved to East Pasadena for the first time. It features unusual and absurd entrants such as the Barbec and Hibachi Marching Grill Team, the Men of Leisure, and the Bastard Sons of Lee Marvin. Proceeds from the parade's pancake breakfast, T-shirts, and after-party are donated to charity. Rose Bowl Game. The Rose Bowl, a National Historic Landmark, is host of the first and most famous college football postseason bowl game, the Tournament of Roses Rose Bowl Game, every New Year's Day. In 1895, the Tournament of Roses Association was formed to take charge of the parade. In 1902, the association declared that a football game would be added to the day's events. The game, now known as the Rose Bowl, would become the first New Year's postseason college football game ever and has developed into a tradition in many college arenas. Soon outgrowing its original facility, a new stadium was constructed in the Arroyo Seco area. The new stadium hosted its first New Year's Day football game in 1923 and was soon christened the Rose Bowl. Facilities. Rose Bowl Stadium. In addition to the annual New Year's Day Rose Bowl game and the BCS National Championship game every 4 years, the stadium is the home field for the UCLA Bruins football team and has hosted 5 Super Bowls. Important soccer matches include the 1984 Summer Olympics, the final game of the 1994 FIFA World Cup, and the final game of the 1999 FIFA Women's World Cup. The Rose Bowl Stadium was the home ground for the Los Angeles Galaxy of Major League Soccer from the team's inception in 1996 until in 2003, it moved into the soccer-specific Home Depot Center in Carson, California. The venue additionally hosted the 1998 MLS Cup. Many concerts and other events have been held in the stadium, such as a U2 concert in 2009. Aquatic Center. The Rose Bowl Aquatic Center is an aquatics facility located adjacent to the Rose Bowl Stadium. The pool hosted the final practices of the 2000 U.S. Olympic swimming and diving team. In 2008, the facility held the U.S. National Diving Championships. Tennis Center. The Rose Bowl Tennis Center, operated by the city of Pasadena, is located due south of the Rose Bowl Stadium. Government, federal, state, and county government. Federally, Pasadena is located in California's 27th Congressional District and is represented by Democrat Judy Chu. Although Pasadena has been liberal in state politics, in national politics, it was a stronghold for moderate Republicans. It was represented in Congress by Republicans from 1945 to 2001. In the state legislature, Pasadena is located in the 21st Senate District, represented by Democrat Carol Liu, and in the 41st Assembly District, represented by Democrat Chris Holden. The Los Angeles County Department of Health Services operates the Monrovia Health Center in Monrovia, serving portions of Pasadena. Local government. According to the city's most recent comprehensive annual financial report of 2009, the city's various funds had $583.0 million in revenues, $518.1 million in expenditures, $954,199,439 in net assets, $732.3 million in total liabilities, and $118,261,490 in cash and investments. Police services. The Pasadena Police Department serves most of the city of Pasadena. Unincorporated portions of the city are part of Los Angeles County and are served by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, and the Altadena Station in Altadena serves nearby portions of Pasadena. Fire Department. The Pasadena Fire Department moved into its first formal and permanent station in 1889. Before that they had been housed in a ramshackle structure and summoned by the church bell. There were 24 firemen for 2 shifts. Today the Pasadena Fire Department consists of 185 full-time employees, 153 shift personnel, 32 administrative personnel, and 8 modern fire stations that serve an area in a radius of 60 miles. Water and Power Department. Pasadena Water and Power Department provides services to an area 60 km2 and includes areas outside of the city proper, including unincorporated areas of southern Altadena, East Pasadena, Chapman Woods, and East San Gabriel. Pasadena created the Pasadena Municipal Light and Power Department in 1906. On May 3, 1906, a $125,000 bond was issued to pay for the construction of a power plant. This first power plant was a wood frame and corrugated sheet iron structure which housed one 200-kilowatt Crocker-Wheeler generator driven by a Fleming Corliss engine, one 200-pound pressure boiler, a condenser, pumps, and other auxiliary equipment, and only supplied power to the city's street lights. Expanding continued and more generating capacity was expanded, and the city then offered power to commercial customers in 1908, and bought out Southern California Edison's Pasadena operations in 1920. In 1928 the city contracted with the federal government to buy electricity from Boulder Dam, later renamed Hoover Dam, which began delivering power in 1935. During the Depression the power company extended its building programs to provide short-term jobs for citizens severely affected by the collapse of the economy. Customers were permitted to work for the company for 2-week periods to earn money for food, utility bills and housing. Following many further improvements, 250,000 kilowatt generating units in a completely new outdoor plant went online in 1955 and 1958. In June 1965, a 71 MW, 83 MVA reheat unit with steam backup auxiliaries was put into service to cover the growing needs for more power in the city. In 1911, the city began condemnation actions against a number of small, local water companies. In 1912, the Water Department was created. In 1913, it began actual operations. The city continued to acquire small, local water companies for several decades afterwards, usually en toto, such as the Pasadena Lake Vineyard and Land Company, and sometimes in part, such as Las Flores Water Company's southern portions and San Gabriel Valley Water Company's operations in the southern reaches of Pasadena. In 1915, the Water Department added a chlorine generation system to disinfect water taken from the Arroyo Seco. In the late 1920s, Pasadena took the initiative to obtain water from the Colorado River and lead the formation of the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. The charter for the MWDSC was signed on November 6, 1928. In 1967, the Water Department and the Light and Power Department were consolidated into the Pasadena Water and Power Department. It operates a number of wells, has a spreading ground for the capture of surface water from the Arroyo Seco, and purchases surface water from MWDSC. Historically, water from the Arroyo Seco and Eaton Canyon were collected and distributed directly to the service areas. Not long after the city took over operations, 1915, chlorine was added to the Arroyo Seco water. In 1971 the John Biner treatment plant was constructed to give full surface water treatment to the Arroyo Seco water. Eventually, as regulatory limits were made stricter, PWP ceased all direct surface water treatment. The use of spreading grounds to recharge groundwater on both the Arroyo Seco and Eaton Canyon capture considerable volumes of water, a little over 2,000 acre-feet per year. A number of wells on the west side of the service area had become contaminated with volatile organic chemicals and perchlorate and had to be shut down several years. A treatment plant was built to remove these chemicals, which began operation in July 2011. Transportation, public transit. Pasadena is the northern terminus of the Los Angeles Metro Gold Line light rail, which originates at the Atlantic Station in East Los Angeles. Opening in 2003, there are currently 6 Gold Line stations in Pasadena: Fillmore Station, Del Mar Station in Old Pasadena, Memorial Park Station in Old Pasadena, Lake Station in downtown, Allen Station and Sierra Madre Station. Construction began in June 2010 to extend the Gold Line east through several additional foothill communities of the San Gabriel Valley, including Arcadia, Monrovia, DeWalt, Irwindale, and Azusa. Pasadena is also served by various bus services. The Pasadena Area Rapid Transit System exclusively serves the city, while Los Angeles Metropolitan Area Bus Services Foothill Transit, LADOT, Metro Local, Metro Express, Metro Rapid also serve Pasadena. Trains. Pasadena was served by the Atchison, Topeka and Santa Fe Railway at a Santa Fe depot in downtown when the 2nd District was opened in 1887. In 1925, the historical and traditionally styled station in Pasadena was opened. Originally, the 2nd District was an invaluable line. It served manufacturing and agricultural businesses throughout the entire San Gabriel Valley. Unfortunately, the longer trains had great difficulty climbing the precipitous 2.2% grade at Arroyo Seco, between Pasadena and Los Angeles. Additional locomotives were often necessary, causing a more costly and less efficient operation. The still-used 3rd District opened in 1888, just a year after the 2nd District, and rapidly took over most of longer freight trains more efficaciously. The 2nd District and the Pasadena Depot became well known by the many transcontinental passenger trains that it served. Historically, up to 26 passenger trains went through Pasadena every day. To avoid the media in Los Angeles, many celebrities chose to use Pasadena as their main train station, bringing to it an ambience and legacy of the glamour of old Hollywood. Amtrak took over passenger rail operations in 1971, serving Pasadena with trains such as the Southwest Chief, Las Vegas Limited, and Desert Wind. On January 15, 1994, the final Southwest Chief train arrived in Pasadena. ATSF sold the line between Los Angeles and San Bernardino via Pasadena. The LACMTA Gold Line still uses the same right-of-way as the Santa Fe did. The old depot is still visible at the Del Mar station. Electrified light rail was the preferred alternative to Metrolink or similar style service because the city of Pasadena did not like or want diesel locomotives traversing through city. Plus, light rail has the aesthetic image and appeal of a modern, transit-oriented progressive city, which Pasadena has embraced as evidenced by redevelopment in and around the former Santa Fe station as well as Old Town. The construction of the Gold Line also allowed the closure of the former railroad crossing along Colorado Boulevard, which meant that motorists and the Rose Parade would no longer be hindered by trains. Airports. Bob Hope Airport in nearby Burbank serves as the regional airport for Pasadena. The airport is owned and operated by the Burbank-Glendale-Pasadena Airport Authority. The airport is under the control of the governments of the three cities for which it is named. Most destinations from Bob Hope Airport are within the United States, so Los Angeles International Airport in Los Angeles and LA Ontario International Airport in Ontario are also important airports less than an hour from Pasadena. Long Beach Airport in Long Beach, California, is about an hour's drive away. John Wayne Airport in Orange County, California, is slightly more than an unregistered trademark drive away from Pasadena. Freeways and highways. 4 freeways run through Pasadena, and Pasadena is a control city for all of them. The most important is the Foothill Freeway, which enters the northwestern portion of the city from La Cour ± Flint Ridge. The Foothill Freeway initially runs due south, passing the Rose Bowl before its junction with the Ventura Freeway. At this interchange, the Foothill Freeway shifts its alignment and direction, becoming an east-west freeway, exiting the city on its eastern boundary before entering Arcadia. The Foothill Freeway connects Pasadena with San Fernando and San Bernardino. The Ventura Freeway starts at the junction of the Foothill Freeway at the edge of downtown Pasadena and travels westward. This freeway is the main connector to Bob Hope Airport and the San Fernando Valley. A spur of the controversial Long Beach Freeway is also located in Pasadena. The Long Beach Freeway was intended to connect Long Beach to Pasadena, but a gap, known as the South Pasadena Gap, between Alhambra and Pasadena has not been completed due to legal battles primarily involving the city of South Pasadena. The spur starts at the junction of the Ventura Freeway and Foothill Freeway and travels south along the eastern edge of Old Pasadena with 2 exits for Colorado Boulevard and Del Mar Boulevard before ending at an at-grade intersection with California Boulevard. Currently, Caltrans is researching the possibility of using advanced tunneling technologies to build the Long Beach Freeway underground to overcome objections, but that effort itself has engendered strong opposition. The current proposal would create twin tunnels that are 4.5 miles long, the longest in the United States. The Arroyo Seco Parkway was the first freeway in California, connecting Los Angeles with Pasadena alongside the Arroyo Seco and is the primary access to downtown Los Angeles. The freeway enters the southern part of the city from South Pasadena. Only one exit is actually inside city limits, the southbound exit connecting to State Street with access to Fair Oaks Avenue. At Glenham Street, the freeway ends and the 4-lane Arroyo Parkway continues northward to Old Pasadena. 3 state highways enter the city of Pasadena. Arroyo Parkway, maintained by the city of Pasadena, runs from the termination of the Pasadena Freeway at Glenham Street to Colorado Boulevard in Old Town Pasadena. While Arroyo Parkway continues north 2 more blocks, SR 110 ends at Holly Street. Rosemead Boulevard is a state highway on the eastern edge of Pasadena and unincorporated Pasadena from Huntington Drive to Foothill Boulevard. An obscure portion of the Angeles Crest Highway in the San Gabriel Mountains cuts through Pasadena near the Angeles Crest Ranger Station. This 2-mile stretch of highway in the Angeles National Forest is north of La Cour ± Flint Ridge and west of Mount Wilson and is approximately 3,000 feet in elevation. Historic U.S. Route 66 ran through Pasadena until it was decommissioned in 1964. The historic highway entered Pasadena from the east on Colorado Boulevard and then jogged south on Arroyo Parkway before becoming part of the Pasadena Freeway. The intersection of Fair Oaks Avenue and Colorado Boulevard in Old Pasadena is the 00, east-west, north-south postal division of Pasadena. Culture, performing arts, the Pasadena Symphony, founded in 1862, offers several concerts a year at the Ambassador Auditorium and the Pasadena Pops plays at the Los Angeles County Arboretum and Botanic Garden. The Civic Center also holds a few traveling Broadway shows each year. The legendary Pasadena Playhouse, presently in reorganization, usually presents 7 shows a season, each show running 6 to 8 weeks. The Furious Theater Company is one of several small theater companies in Pasadena. They are currently housed in the Carrie Hamilton Theater adjacent to the Pasadena Playhouse. Boston Court Performing Arts Center, opened in 2003, is near Lake and Colorado. Its resident theater company, the award-winning The Theater at Boston Court, presents 4 productions a year. Music at the Court presents numerous music concerts each year, ranging from classical to jazz. The Friends of the Levitt organization presents a free summer concert series in Memorial Park, with the 2008 summer season marking its 6th year. Beckman Auditorium and other venues on the Caltech campus present a wide range of performing arts, lectures, films, classes and entertainment events, primarily during the academic year. For more than 10 years, twice annually Pasadena's cultural institutions have opened their doors for free during Art Night Pasadena, offering the public a rich sampling of quality art, artifacts and music within the city. This has evolved into the yearly Pasadena Art Weekend, a 3-day citywide event which, as of 2007, encompasses Art Night, Art Walk, Art Heritage, Art Market, and Art Performance, a vibrant outdoor music event showcasing emerging and nationally recognized talent. Free concerts take place on multiple stages throughout Old Pasadena. Ambassador Auditorium was built under the guidance of Herbert W. Armstrong as both a facility to be used by the Worldwide Church of God for religious services and as a concert hall for public performances celebrating the performing arts. In 2007, the native Pasadena band Uzma reunited and produced the album Pasadena in tribute to the city. The album photos and artwork were shot at the Colorado Street Bridge. The 1960s song The Little Old Lady from Pasadena parodies a popular Southern California image of Pasadena as home to a large population of aged eccentrics. In the song, Jan and Dean sing of an elderly lady who drives a powerful superstock Dodge muscle car and is the terror of Colorado Boulevard. The Dead Kennedys paid a tribute to this archetypal song in the track Buzz Bond from Pasadena in the album Give Me Convenience or Give Me Death. Pasadena was also the location of the 2012 film Project X, Visual Arts. A number of artists of national repute, such as Guy Rose, Orson S. Clark, Marion Wichtel and Ernest A. Batchelder, of the arts and crafts movement, made Pasadena their home in the early 20th century. The formation of the California Art Club, Pasadena Arts Institute and the Pasadena Society of Artists heralded the city's emergence as a regional center for the visual arts. Museums and galleries. Pasadena is home to a number of art museums and public galleries, including the Norton Simon Museum. The museum's collections include European paintings, sculpture, and tapestry, sculpture from Southern Asia, and an extensive sculpture garden. The museum also has the contemporary art collection of its predecessor, the Pasadena Museum of Art, which focused on modern and contemporary art before being taken over by Simon in the early 1970s. Preserving and sharing the rich history and culture of Pasadena and its adjacent communities is the Pasadena Museum of History. Located on a campus of 2 acres, it has gardens, a history center, the Finnish Folk Art Museum, the Curtin House, and the Fiends Mansion, a 1906 Beaux Arts-style architectural residence and a Pasadena Cultural Heritage Landmark. The Pacific Asia Museum, with a garden courtyard in its center, features art from the many countries and cultures of Asia. The nearby Pasadena Museum of California Art hosts changing exhibitions of work by historical and contemporary California artists. The Armory Center for the Arts has an extensive exhibition program as well as serving as a center for art education for all ages. Art Center College of Design offers exhibitions at its Williamson Gallery, as well as frequent displays of student work. Pasadena City College has an art gallery that shows work of professionals as part of their annual Artist in Residence program, as well as exhibiting work by students and faculty. the Huntington Library and Botanical Gardens, with painting and sculpture galleries, is adjacent to Pasadena in the city of San Marino. The innovative Kids Space Children's Museum is located in Brookside Park. Literature. Red Hen Press, one of the largest independent literary publishers on the West Coast, is located in Pasadena. The press publishes over 20 titles of poetry, fiction, and non-fiction each year, as well as a biannual literary magazine called the Los Angeles Review. In 2002, David Ebershoff published the novel Pasadena. The novel won praise for its accurate recreation of Pasadena before World War II. Bungalow Heaven. Bungalow Heaven is a neighborhood of 800 small craftsman homes built from 1900 to 1930. Many of these homes are still occupied. Much of the area became a landmark district in 1989, and annual historic home tours have been conducted since that designation. Bungalow Heaven's borders are Washington Boulevard to the north, Orange Grove Boulevard to the south, Mentor Avenue to the west, and Chester Avenue to the east. The neighborhood is usually extended to Lake Avenue to the west and Hill Avenue to the east. Famed architects Green & Green built several of their Japanese-inspired bungalows in Pasadena, including the Gamble House. The style of the homes in Bungalow Heaven show the effects of their success. Orange Grove Boulevard. The Norton Simon Museum is at the intersection of Orange Grove and Colorado Boulevards. This corner is the official start of the Rose Parade route, and the museum can be quite clearly seen every year during the parade television broadcast. Orange Grove Boulevard is one of several exclusive residential districts in Pasadena, and has been a home for the rich and famous since the early 20th century. Because of the number of landmark mansions, the street earned the name Millionaire's Row, an appropriate sobriquet considering that the estates that once lined this spacious boulevard and the surrounding neighborhood read like a who's who of American consumer products. Historical Estates, the maker of Wrigley's Chewing Gum, William Wrigley Jr.'s substantial home was offered to the city of Pasadena after Mrs. Wrigley's death in 1958, under the condition that their home would be the Rose Parade's permanent headquarters. The stately Tournament House stands today, and serves as the headquarters for the Tournament of Roses Parade. Adolphus Busch, co-founder of Anheuser-Busch, brewer of Budweiser beer, established the first of a series of Busch Gardens in Pasadena. When Busch died at his Pasadena estate, his wife generously offered the property to the city of Pasadena, an offer the city inexplicably refused. Henry Markham, who lived adjacent to Busch, was the 18th governor of the state of California and wrote Pasadena, its early years. The home of David Gamble, son of consumer product maker James Gamble of Procter & Gamble, is located on the north end of Orange Grove Boulevard. The Gamble House, an American craftsman masterpiece, was built in 1908, by architects Charles and Henry Green, as an exemplification of their ultimate bungalow. It is open to the public as both an architectural conservancy and museum. The Gamble House is a California Historical Landmark and a National Historic Landmark on the National Register of Historic Places. In 1966, it was deeded to the city of Pasadena in a mutual agreement with the University of Southern California School of Architecture. Every year, 2 fifth-year USC architecture students live in the house full-time. The students change yearly. The home of Anna Bizzell Mackay, daughter of carpet sweeper magnate Melville Bizzell, is a 4-story Victorian home, on the border of South Pasadena. Today the Bizzell house is a bed and breakfast. Thaddeus S.C. Lowe's home of 24,000 square feet was on South Orange Grove. The house included a 6th-story solarium which he converted into an observatory. Lowe was also a generous patron of the astronomical sciences. He started a water-gas company, founded the Citizens Bank of Los Angeles, built numerous ice plants, and purchased a Pasadena Opera House. He also established the Mount Lowe Railway in the mountains above Pasadena and eventually lost his fortune. The brilliant, but troubled, rocket scientist John Whiteside Parsons sometimes shared his residence with other noteworthy people, including L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology. Parsons died in an explosion while testing a new rocket fuel in his Pasadena home laboratory, in 1952. Education. The California Institute of Technology is in the southern central area of Pasadena. The Jet Propulsion Laboratory is in Pasadena. Caltech's 31 Nobel laureates have brought 32 Nobel Prizes home to Pasadena. In 2005, Caltech dedicated an on-campus weather station honoring the late Nobel laureate geneticist and meteorologist Ed Lewis. The Ed Lewis Memorial Weather Station generates weather information for KNBC and thousands of other websites on school campuses in Pasadena and all over the nation. Fuller Theological Seminary, one of the largest multi-denominational seminaries in the world, sits just east of downtown Pasadena. The Le Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts is located at East Green Street and South Madison Avenue. The school offers the Le Cordon Bleu accreditation and has 2 campuses in Pasadena. Pacific Oaks College is located next to Pasadena's National Historic Landmark, the Gamble House. Art Center College of Design has 2 campuses in Pasadena, a hillside campus in the San Rafael Hills overlooking the Rose Bowl, and South Campus at the southern edge of town. Art Center offers an array of visual and applied art programs and ranks as one of the top 5 art schools in the United States and one of the top 10 art schools worldwide. Los Angeles Music Academy College of Music, founded in 1996, is a contemporary music school whose acclaimed faculty of experienced professionals are active in the film, television and recording industries. The school is located between Colorado and California Boulevards on South Fair Oaks Boulevard. Pasadena City College is a highly rated community college founded in 1924 and located on Colorado Boulevard, slightly northeast of Caltech. Until about 1970, the Rose Parade Queens Court was exclusively selected from its students. PCC alumni include Jackie Robinson, Jaime Escalante, and Octavia East Butler. The Pasadena Unified School District encompasses 76 square miles and includes Pasadena, Altadena and Sierra Madre. There are 17 K-5 elementary schools, 5 middle schools, and 4 high schools. There are also a number of private and parochial schools in the city. University of the People, the world's first tuition-free online university which awards accredited degrees, is located on Lake Avenue. Pasadena had a public library before it was incorporated as a city. The Pasadena Central Library was designed by architect Myron Hunt and dedicated in 1927. The library has an area of 110,000 square feet and was recently renovated without damaging any of its historic integrity. It has been the scene of scholars in movies too numerous to mention. It is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Economy. According to the city's 2012 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the top employers in the city are, other companies based in Pasadena include Avery Dennison, Cogent Systems, Intercom Security, Jacobs Engineering Group, Green Dot Corporation, Tetra Tech, Wesco Financial, OpenX, and Wetzel's Pretzels. The Los Angeles area office of China Eastern Airlines is located in Pasadena. Shopping and dining. Old Town Pasadena spans 21 blocks downtown. It boasts upscale retail shops and a wide variety of restaurants, nightclubs, outdoor café copyright pubs, and comedy clubs. One Colorado features renovated historic architecture that attracted the new retail stores and restaurants. This development filled vacant buildings and was the impetus of the revitalization of Old Town on Colorado Boulevard. Paseo Colorado is an upscale shopping mall designed to be a modern urban village. An open-air mall that covers 3 city blocks, Paseo Colorado is anchored on the west end by upscale grocery store Gelson's, on the east end by Macy's and ArcLight Cinemas centers the middle portion of the mall. Another shopping district is located in the South Lake Avenue neighborhood. On Lake Avenue, an old Macy's department store and furniture gallery is in a registered California historical landmark. The building was originally designed and built as the 4th Bullock's department store in the mid-1950s. Rose Bowl Flea Market. The Rose Bowl Flea Market is a large swap meet that involves thousands of dealers and tens of thousands of visitors in and around the grounds of the Rose Bowl. The merchandise on display ranges from old world antiques to California pottery to vintage clothing. The flea market has been held every second Sunday of the month, rain or shine, since 1967. Climate: Pasadena has a hot summer Mediterranean climate. Because of its position both higher and further inland than Los Angeles, it experiences slightly colder winters and slightly hotter summers. Winters are typically mild and wet, with heavy rains and January night temperature occasionally dipping just below freezing. Spring is consistently warm and temperatures increase gradually, culminating in hot summers which last well into October. Fall is short and erratic. Often cooler, rainy days will be followed by hot, dry ones. The wettest year was 1983 with 48.47 inches and the driest year was 1947 with 5.37 inches. The most rainfall in one month was 19.70 inches in February 1980. The most rainfall in 24 hours was 7.70 inches on March 2, 1938. Pasadena averages 21 inches of rain a year, about 6 inches more than nearby Los Angeles due to the rain shadow effect created by the San Gabriel Mountains. Because of the slope on which the city is built, sewer lines in the city's northern section have been known to overflow significantly. Situated at the base of the San Gabriel Mountains, snow is known to fall occasionally in Pasadena. The heaviest snowfall in Pasadena history occurred on January 11, 1949. 8 inches fell at Pasadena's City Hall and more than 14 inches fell in the foothills of the city. The most recent snowfall in Pasadena was 1 inch on February 26, 2011. On November 30 and December 1, 2011, Pasadena, along with surrounding communities, was struck by a major windstorm caused by Santa Ana winds. The city suffered heavy damage with trees toppled, buildings damaged and even the roof of a gas station torn off. Some dubbed the event Hurricane Rose. Media, Civic Auditorium venue. The Civic Auditorium is on Green Street. It was designed to be the south cornerstone of Pasadena's Civic Plaza. Every year, the popular television competition, American Idol films their Hollywood Week show there. It was also the venue for the Miss Teen USA 2007 pageant. The main auditorium is large enough to have been home to the annual Emmy Awards ceremony for nearly 25 years, from 1977 to 2001. Television: Pasadena is the setting of many TV shows including Brothers and Sisters, Disney Channel's Dog with a Blog, and The Big Bang Theory. Pasadena Community Access Corporation oversees 4 television stations, the Arroyo Channel, KPAS, KLRN and PCC-TV. Local television news for Pasadena is produced through this station by the independently operated Crown City News. ABC's TV show Splash was filmed at the Rose Bowl Aquatic Center. Radio: Pasadena has been home to a number of notable radio stations. In 1967, radio iconoclasts Tom and Raquel Donahue took over an aging studio in the basement of the Pasadena Presbyterian Church and introduced Los Angeles to FM freeform radio. Broadcasting under the KPPC FM call sign at 106.7 fathoms, it quickly became the voice of the counterculture and provided the soundtrack to LA's hippie era. Early on-air personalities included Michael McKean, David Lander, Harry Shearer, and Dr. Demento. The staff was fired en masse in 1971 and the station lost its distinctive personality. KPPC later went on to become KROQ-FM and AM. Today the primary radio station in Pasadena goes by the call sign KPCC, located at 89.3 fathoms. Broadcasting from the Pasadena City College campus, this public radio station carries many shows from National Public Radio but maintains an independent streak, committing a large chunk of airtime to presenting local and state news. Accordingly, the station has received numerous awards for journalistic excellence and continues to be an important part of the city's heritage. Wilson Block 100 Radio conducts audio interviews with local artists and covers events related to the local music scene. Their name derives from Wilson Ave in Pasadena's Bungalow Heaven neighborhood district. Newspapers and magazines: Pasadena's largest newspaper is the Pasadena Star-News, first published in 1884. The newspaper also publishes the Rose magazine. The Pasadena Journal, a community weekly featuring the Black voices of the San Gabriel Valley. The Pasadena Sun is a community weekly published by the Los Angeles Times. The Pasadena Weekly has been published since 1986. Pasadena Magazine is a magazine published by MMG Publishing with offices located on South Marengo Avenue. It started publication in 2008. Notable people, see List of people from Pasadena, California. Parrots. Pasadena has a large, non-indigenous population of naturalized parrots. According to the Parrot Project of Los Angeles, the parrots are of at least 5 species. Some residents have come to enjoy the birds as part of their unique city's culture, while others consider them to be loud pests. There are many theories explaining how the parrots came to inhabit Pasadena. A widely accepted story is that they were part of the stock that were set free for their survival from the large pet emporium at Simpson's Garden Town on East Colorado Boulevard, which burned down in 1959. International relations. Sister cities. Pasadena has 5 SCs as noted by Sister Cities International, JAR currency RVENPA currency, Finland, Ludwigshafen, Germany predates SCI, Mishima, Shizuoka Prefecture, Japan, Vanadza, Armenia, Xicheng District of Beijing, China, see also. National Register of Historic Places listings in Pasadena, California, notes. The number of people counted statistically in demographics will sometimes exceed 100% because some Hispanics and Latinos identify as both white and Hispanic. See race and ethnicity in the United States Census. References. Further reading, Winter, Robert. Pasadena, 1900 1910, The Birth of Its Culture. Southern California Quarterly 91. 295 €318 doi, 10.2307/41,172,481 External links, Pasadena City website, early views of Pasadena, Pasadena Museum of History.